All right, so you've poured your heart and soul into building this amazing product.
Yeah.
Your startup's ready to launch. But then comes the big question.
Yeah.
How do you actually make money from this thing?
It's the question, right?
It's the age-old dilemma, freemium versus paid models.
Right.
And that's what we're diving deep into today, exploring the ins and outs, the
Right.
strategies,
Yeah.
and most importantly, how to figure out which path might be right for your startup.
Yeah, and the truth is there's no magic formula.
Right.
There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Yeah.
It really is about, kind of like finding the perfect pair of shoes.
Okay.
It depends on your style, where you're going and what you need them to do.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So let's start by just breaking down these two models a little bit.
Okay.
First up, we've got the ever-tempting world of free,
Right.
the freemium model.
The allure of free.
The allure is undeniable.
Oh, yeah.
Fast user growth,
Absolutely.
widespread reach,
Build a buzz.
building a buzz,
Yeah.
and of course that chance to convert free users
Right.
into paying customers over time.
Yeah. Right.
And we've all seen the success stories, right?
Oh, yeah.
Spotify, Dropbox, Slack.
All the big ones.
They all started with a free tier that got people hooked.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating about the freemium model is that it's not just about giving something away for free.
Right.
It's about strategically designing a clear distinction between your free and your paid offerings.
Okay.
So think about Dropbox.
Okay.
Right? There's storage limits.
Mm-hmm.
The free version is useful.
You get a taste.
You get a taste, you get the convenience, but once you hit that limit,
Yeah.
the need for more storage becomes almost a necessity.
For a lot of people, yeah.
Right, and so that paid tier looks a lot more appealing.
Right.
Same with Slack.
Okay.
Free version, great for basic team communication,
Yep.
but to unlock the full potential, the in-depth analytics, the unlimited message archives,
Right. You got to upgrade.
you got to upgrade.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like offering a sneak peek behind the curtain,
Yeah,
giving people just enough to whet their appetite, but leaving them wanting more.
exactly.
But that raises a pretty critical question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can every product pull this off?
That's the crux of it.
Yeah.
Not every product lends itself naturally to a freemium model.
Right.
You need to ask yourself some tough questions.
Mm-hmm.
Can you create a free tier that's genuinely valuable without, cannibalizing your paid offerings?
Right.
Is there a clear upgrade path?
Yeah.
If your free version is too good,
People never upgrade.
people might never feel the need to upgrade.
Right.
But if it's too limited, they might not even bother trying it in the first place.
Yeah, nobody wants to use it.
So it's a delicate balancing act.
It is. And speaking of challenges, one that often comes up with freemium is the cost
Oh, yeah.
of supporting all of those free users.
All those free users.
I mean, customer support alone can be a massive undertaking,
Huge.
especially in those early days when you might have a flood of new users coming in,
Right.
many of whom aren't paying you a dime.
Yeah, you're hitting on a very real concern there.
Yeah.
Freemium is not for the faint of heart,
Okay.
and it's definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long game
Okay.
that often requires significant upfront investment,
Okay.
potentially from venture capitalists
Right.
who believe in your vision and a whole lot of patience
Yeah.
before you start seeing substantial returns.
Yeah. You got to be in it for the long haul.
Yeah. If your startup needs immediate cash flow
Right.
or has high operating costs,
Mm-hmm.
freemium might not be the best fit.
So freemium can be this really powerful engine for growth,
Absolutely.
but it comes with its own set of complexities and
Oh.
challenges.
For sure.
So now let's switch gears
Okay.
and explore the other side of the coin,
Right.
the paid model.
Yeah.
In a world obsessed with free charging for your product from day one,
Yeah.
might seem kind of counterintuitive,
I know. It's like, what?
but there's a strong case to be made for this approach.
There is, absolutely.
So tell me about that.
Yeah. So paid models attract a different kind of customer right from the start.
Okay.
Someone who's serious, committed, and understands the value of what you're offering.
So they're not just looking for a freebie.
They're not just looking for a freebie. They're actively seeking a solution to a problem, and they're willing to invest in the right tool.
So you're attracting a more qualified lead
Precisely.
right off the bat.
Right away.
Interesting.
And this often means targeting a niche market rather than trying to appeal to everyone.
Oh.
So you think of a company like Basecamp,
Okay.
right? They've carved out a very specific niche
Hmm.
in the project management space, serving a dedicated group of users who need their particular set of tools,
No.
or consider specialized software tailored to a specific industry.
Yeah.
By focusing on delivering exceptional value to a smaller committed group,
Okay.
paid models can be incredibly sustainable,
Mhm.
especially for smaller teams or, bootstrapped startups.
So it's about going deep rather than wide,
Exactly.
building a strong foundation with a customer base that truly values your product.
Absolutely.
But how do you convince people to pay for something they haven't had a chance to try?
Yeah.
That feels like a major hurdle for paid models.
It's a valid concern,
Yeah.
and that's where free trials and money-back guarantees become essential.
Okay.
They lower the risk for potential buyers,
Mhm.
allowing them to experience the value before committing financially.
Right.
So free trials, like a sneak peek behind the curtain,
Yeah.
let customers test drive the product and see if it's the right fit for their needs.
Try before you buy.
Yeah, money-back guarantees offer a safety net,
Okay.
reassuring buyers that they're not taking a gamble.
It's about building trust
Yeah.
and demonstrating confidence in your product. We're
Exactly.
essentially saying we believe in what we've built.
Yep.
We're willing to stand behind it. So we've explored kind of the pros and cons of both freemium and paid models.
Yeah.
Now, for our listeners out there, what are the key questions they should be asking themselves to figure out which path is right for their startup?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question.
It is.
And it starts with really understanding your product,
Okay.
your audience, and your long-term goals.
Yeah.
So first think about your product type
Okay.
and its core value proposition.
Okay.
Does it have mass appeal, like a social media platform or a productivity tool?
Right.
Or does it cater to a specific niche?
Okay.
Does it solve a problem that people are actively seeking solutions for?
Mm-hmm.
If you're building something that could benefit from network effects or viral growth,
Right.
freemium might be a good fit.
Okay.
But if it's a highly specialized tool or service, a paid model might make more sense.
And it's not just about the product itself. It's about how it's delivered and how it scales.
Exactly. So think about your product scalability. Software and digital services, for instance, tend to have lower marginal costs as your user base grows,
Right.
meaning you can handle a surge of new users without breaking the bank.
Okay, cool.
But if you're dealing with physical products or services that require significant ongoing investment for each new customer,
Right.
freemium might not be sustainable.
So product type, target audience scalability,
Yep.
key factors.
Big ones.
Yeah.
Consider your customer acquisition strategy.
Okay.
How are you planning to reach your target audience?
Mm-hmm.
If you're relying on word-of-mouth virality or network effects to drive growth,
Yeah.
freemium can be a powerful accelerator.
Like giving your marketing a little turbo boost.
Exactly. It's like you're putting it on, overdrive.
Yeah.
But if you're targeting a niche audience that's accustomed to paying for premium solutions,
Okay.
a paid model might be more natural.
Right.
And don't forget about the all-important conversion funnel. If you're going the freemium route, you need a crystal clear plan for converting those free users into paying customers.
You got to have a plan.
You got to have a plan. You need to understand your users' behavior,
Mm-hmm.
identify what triggers them to upgrade,
Right.
and effectively communicate the value of your premium features.
Okay.
What are the pain points that your paid features address?
Mm-hmm.
How can you showcase the benefits of upgrading in a way that resonates with your target audience
Yeah.
without a well-defined conversion strategy?
You're in trouble.
You'll end up with a lot of freeloaders and not enough revenue to sustain your business.
Right. So it really is about finding that right balance.
It is a delicate dance.
A compelling free tier that draws users in,
Yeah,
but a clear and enticing upgrade path that drives those conversions.
exactly.
And I imagine funding and cash flow play a big role in this decision as well.
Absolutely, especially for early-stage startups.
Yeah.
You need to be realistic about your financial situation. Can you afford to play the long game of freemium potentially burning through capital before reaching profitability?
Right.
Or do you need revenue coming in right away to keep the lights on?
Yeah. Those are tough questions.
Those are tough questions, but essential ones to answer before diving into either model.
Absolutely.
Um,
It sounds like choosing the right monetization model is a complex decision
it is.
with no easy answer.
There is no easy answer. It's not just about following trends or copying what other successful companies have done.
Right.
It's about carefully analyzing your unique circumstances and finding the model that best aligns with your product, your audience, and your long-term vision.
And sometimes that means exploring options beyond the traditional freemium and paid models.
Absolutely.
Which brings us to the exciting world of
Hybrid model.
hybrid models.
Yeah.
We've seen companies successfully blend those free and paid options,
Right.
offering different tiers of service,
Yep.
free trials for paid products, or even combining freemium and paid offerings within the same platform.
Absolutely. Hybrid models offer incredible flexibility,
Mm-hmm.
allowing you to test different strategies, fine-tune your approach as you learn more about your customers,
Right.
and adapt to changing market conditions.
So you're not locked into one single path.
You're not locked in. You can evolve and adjust your monetization strategy as your business grows.
It's like having your cake and eating it too.
Exactly.
Finding that sweet spot
Yep.
that maximizes both customer satisfaction and revenue generation.
That's the dream.
So while there's no magic formula, there's definitely a lot to consider when choosing the right monetization model
Oh, yeah.
for your startup. And sometimes the answer lies in embracing a hybrid approach that combines the best of both worlds.
Often it does.
Before we dive into some real-world examples of companies that have successfully implemented these various models,
Yeah.
let's take a moment to ponder this.
All right.
Have you ever encountered a particularly creative or unusual monetization model that made you think, wow, that's clever? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experiences and insights on our social media.
Yeah.
We're always eager to learn from you.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's
Let's get into it.
get into it.
Let's talk about some companies.
Yeah, let's dive into some real-world examples.
You're right.
It's interesting how this choice between freemium and paid, it often reflects a deeper philosophy about how a startup views its relationship with customers.
Yeah, it really does. With freemium, there's this underlying belief in the power of widespread adoption.
Oh,
It's about getting your product into as many hands as possible, even if it means sacrificing immediate revenue.
right.
The gamble is that, by creating this huge user base, you'll eventually convert enough of those free users into paying customers to build a thriving business.
It's like casting a wide net,
Yeah.
knowing that you might catch a lot of small fish,
Right.
but hoping to land a few big ones along the way.
Exactly. It's
Oh.
a numbers game. And it can be incredibly effective, especially for products with inherent network effects or viral potential.
Right.
Think about social networks like Facebook or Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Their value increases exponentially as more people join.
Right.
So a freemium model in those cases fuels that rapid growth, allowing them to become, ingrained in our daily lives.
But it's not just about the sheer number of users, is it?
No, it's not.
It's about cultivating a community,
Yeah.
fostering a sense of belonging.
You're right. Freemium can be a powerful way to build a loyal following.
Okay.
A tribe of users who are passionate about your product and actively contribute to its growth.
Mhm.
They become your advocates, spreading the word and attracting even more users.
Right.
It's the self-perpetuating cycle of
Yeah.
growth and engagement.
It's like creating a movement,
Yeah,
a shared experience that brings people together.
that's a great way to put it.
But this approach hinges on successfully navigating that conversion challenge, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
You need to have a really deep understanding of your users' needs.
Yeah,
What motivates them to upgrade from the free version?
absolutely. You can't just throw a bunch of features behind a paywall
Right.
and expect users to flock to them.
Yeah.
You need to create a clear and compelling value proposition
Mm-hmm.
for your paid tiers.
Okay.
Those premium features need to be perceived as essential,
Right.
not just nice-to-haves.
Not just a bonus.
They need to solve real problems or unlock significant benefits that justify the cost.
So it's about understanding the psychology of your users,
Yeah.
their pain points,
Right.
what truly drives them to make that purchase.
Precisely. And that's where things can get tricky with freemium.
Okay.
If your free version is too robust,
Yeah.
if users can get by without ever paying,
Right.
converting them to paying customers becomes an uphill battle.
It's like offering a gourmet meal for free
Yeah,
and then trying to convince people to pay for dessert.
that's a great analogy.
And that's why finding that right balance with freemium is so crucial.
It is.
That free version needs to be enticing enough to attract users,
Yeah.
but also limited enough to create a genuine need
Right.
for those paid features.
Exactly.
It's a constant dance
Yeah, it is a dance.
between giving enough and holding back just enough.
It really is. You got to find that sweet spot.
It sounds like a delicate dance indeed,
It is.
and one that requires constant experimentation
Oh, yeah.
and optimization.
Absolutely. You need to constantly analyze user behavior,
Mm-hmm.
track conversion rates,
Yep.
and adjust your pricing and features accordingly.
Okay.
And that's why, freemium often works best for startups
Okay.
with strong technical teams
Right.
and a data-driven culture.
Yeah.
You need to be able to iterate quickly gather feedback and make adjustments on the fly.
So it's not just about building a great product.
No.
It's about continually refining and evolving that entire user experience.
The whole thing.
Okay, now shifting to the other side of the spectrum.
Right.
We have paid models.
Yep.
These are often favored by startups that are laser-focused
Yeah.
on delivering exceptional value to a specific niche.
Right.
They're not trying to be everything to everyone.
Right.
They're aiming to be the best at what they do
Yeah.
for a select group of customers.
Exactly. And because they're charging from day one,
Okay.
they can invest more heavily in product development, customer support, and building a premium brand experience.
It's like the difference between a mass-produced item
Yeah.
and a handcrafted masterpiece.
I love that analogy.
Paid models allow you to prioritize quality over quantity,
Absolutely.
to build deep relationships with your customers,
Yeah.
and to create a product that truly stands out
Right.
in a crowded market.
It's all about differentiation.
But even with a stellar product, convincing people to pay for something they haven't tried
Yeah.
can be a challenge, especially in a world where free is so ubiquitous.
It's true. You're right. It requires a different kind of marketing approach.
Okay.
With paid models, it's all about building trust, establishing credibility,
Okay.
and showcasing the unique value that you offer.
So it's less about flashy promotions and more about substance
Yeah,
and social proof.
exactly. You need to demonstrate your expertise,
Okay.
highlight customer testimonials,
Yep.
offer tangible evidence of the results that you've achieved for others.
Okay.
It's about building confidence and making people feel like they're making a smart investment, not taking a blind leap of faith.
And this is where free trials and money-back guarantees play a vital role.
They're essential.
Give potential customers that risk-free way
Yeah.
to experience the value of the product before making a financial commitment.
Absolutely. They're essential for lowering the barrier to entry and mitigating that perceived risk of buying something unseen.
So whether you're leaning towards freemium or a paid model, it ultimately comes down to proving your worth to potential customers.
That's a great way to put it. Whether you're giving away a part of your product for free or charging a premium from day one.
Right.
You need to demonstrate that you understand your customers' needs, that you're solving a real problem,
Yeah.
and that your product is worth their time and money.
It's about building trust, exceeding expectations,
Absolutely.
and cultivating a loyal following of raving fans.
Those are the ingredients that lead to sustainable growth and long-term success in the ever-evolving world of startups.
So no matter which path you choose,
Yeah.
the key is to stay focused on delivering exceptional value and building meaningful relationships with your customers.
Well said. Now let's take a look at some real-world examples.
Okay, give me the inside scoop.
All right, so let's start with a classic example of freemium done right.
Okay.
Spotify.
Okay, yeah.
They've completely revolutionized the music industry with their freemium model, offering a free tier with ads and limited functionality, alongside a premium subscription with ad-free listening, offline playback, and other perks.
They've managed to convert millions of free users into paying subscribers
They have.
by offering a compelling value proposition
Yeah,
and creating a seamless user experience.
exactly. And they've achieved this by deeply understanding their users' behavior. They recognize that people are willing to tolerate ads for casual listening, but for a truly immersive music experience, that premium tier becomes incredibly appealing.
Yeah, because you get all the features.
You get all the features.
And they've continuously innovated,
They have.
adding new features like podcasts and audiobooks,
Right.
partnering with other companies to expand their ecosystem.
Yeah, they're not just a music streaming service anymore. They're a comprehensive audio platform that keeps evolving to meet the changing needs of its users.
It's a masterclass in leveraging the freemium model
It is.
to build a massive and engaged user base. Now let's look at a company that's taken a different approach.
Oh,
Basecamp.
Yeah.
They've been strong advocates for the paid model
They have.
since their inception,
Since day one.
offering a flat-rate subscription for their project management software.
Yeah.
They're known for their strong opinions.
Yeah, they're not afraid to share their thoughts.
And their commitment to simplicity and transparency.
Right.
And they've built a loyal following of customers
They have.
who appreciate that straightforward approach
Yeah.
and their focus on delivering a high-quality product.
Yeah. They're not afraid to charge a premium because they know they're offering something truly valuable.
Right.
And they clearly articulate that value to their target audience.
So they have a clearly defined target audience
They do.
and a well-honed value proposition.
Absolutely.
They don't need to rely on freemium tactics to attract users.
Nope.
Their product, its reputation, and their clear messaging speak for themselves.
It's a testament to the fact that the paid model can be just as effective as freemium,
Absolutely.
if not more so,
Yeah.
when executed strategically.
Now, beyond these classic examples, there's a whole world of emerging trends
Oh, yeah.
and innovative monetization models that are shaking up the startup landscape.
The landscape is constantly changing.
Ooh, I love exploring new ideas.
Me too.
Tell me more about these innovative approaches. What's catching your eye?
So one trend that's gaining significant traction is the subscription box model.
Okay.
And it's not just for makeup and snacks anymore.
Right.
We're seeing everything from curated book selections to niche hobby supplies delivered right to your doorstep
Okay.
on a recurring basis.
Ah, the joy of receiving a surprise package every month.
Right.
But it's more than just the novelty factor, isn't it?
It is. There's a deeper appeal to this model.
Yeah, tell me about that.
So subscription boxes tap into our desire for convenience,
Well,
discovery, and the feeling of being part of an exclusive community.
okay.
You're not just buying a product, you're buying an experience,
Right.
a sense of anticipation and delight.
And for businesses, it creates predictable revenue streams.
It does, which is always a plus.
Yeah, which is great.
Plus, it provides valuable data about customer preferences.
Okay.
You know, what are people consistently ordering?
Right.
What are they skipping?
Yeah.
These insights can be used to tailor future boxes
Okay.
and even inform product development decisions.
So it's a clever way to personalize the customer experience
It is.
and foster a deeper connection with your audience.
Absolutely.
Subscription boxes are definitely shaking things up.
They are.
What else is on your radar?
So another trend that I find fascinating is the rise of microtransactions within apps and games.
Okay.
This model is all about offering small incremental purchases
Right.
that enhance the user experience.
Okay.
So think Extra lives in a mobile game
Yep.
or special filters for your photos.
I've definitely been tempted by those in-app purchases before.
We all have.
But from a business perspective, it's a brilliant strategy, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. Microtransactions tap into our psychological tendencies.
Okay.
You know, the desire for instant gratification,
Yeah.
fear of missing out.
Yeah.
They're often small enough to be considered impulse buys,
Right.
but they can add up to substantial revenue for companies.
The dollar here, dollar there approach.
Exactly.
And before you know it, those dollars have turned into millions.
That's right. And it's not just about generating revenue.
Okay.
You know, microtransactions, when done well, can actually enhance the user experience
Okay.
by offering a sense of control and customization.
So it's like saying, hey, you can enjoy this core experience for free,
Right.
but if you want to level up, personalize it, or unlock special features, you have the option.
Exactly. It's about offering choice and flexibility, which really resonates with consumers today. But perhaps one of the most intriguing and unconventional monetization models out there is pay what you want.
Okay.
This approach essentially allows your customers to decide
Wow.
how much they're willing to pay.
That's a bold move. It takes a lot of trust in your audience.
It does.
I can see this working for creative industries like music or art,
Yeah.
but what about other businesses?
You're right. It's not a model for everyone.
Right.
It requires a strong brand reputation, a loyal customer base, and a product or service that people genuinely value and connect with on an emotional level.
Yeah.
But when it works, it can be incredibly powerful.
What happens when it works?
So it fosters a sense of reciprocity and shared ownership.
Okay.
Customers feel empowered and valued.
Right.
Businesses benefit from increased transparency and goodwill. It's a win-win scenario,
Yeah.
but it's not for the faint of heart.
So we've covered a lot of ground today.
Yep.
From the classic battle of freemium versus paid
Yeah.
to emerging trends like subscription boxes
Right.
and the radical pay what you want model.
It's a lot to think about.
And the key takeaway from all of this,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to experiment.
Don't be afraid to experiment. The world of startups is all about innovation and pushing boundaries.
Don't limit yourself to the traditional models. Think outside the box. Tap into your creativity.
Yeah.
And find a monetization strategy that aligns with your values, your product, and your audience.
Your audience, yeah. And remember, it's not a one-time decision.
Right.
Your monetization model can and should evolve
Yep.
as your business grows,
Hmm.
as your understanding of your customers deepens,
Right.
and as the market dynamics shift around you.
Now stay flexible, stay curious,
Yeah.
and stay focused on delivering exceptional value to your customers.
That's the recipe for long-term success in this ever-evolving world of startups.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now let's wrap things up with a final thought-provoking question
All right.
for our listeners to ponder. So as we wrap up our deep dives into this world of startup monetization, we want to leave you with a question to ponder.
Okay.
We've explored this range of models from the tried and true to the unconventional, but this landscape is constantly evolving.
It is. And what's exciting is that we're seeing a shift from simply charging for access
Right.
to creating experiences, fostering communities, and building genuine relationships with customers.
And that shift is evident in these innovative models that we've discussed today. Subscription boxes that deliver curated experiences,
Yeah.
microtransactions that offer personalized enhancements,
Mm-hmm.
and that pay what you want, approach that empowers customers and builds trust.
Yeah, these models challenge those traditional notions of value and exchange.
Right.
They're not just about extracting revenue.
Okay.
They're about creating a shared journey,
Mhm.
a sense of belonging, and a deeper connection between the company and its customers.
It's a reminder that monetization is not just a financial strategy.
Right.
It's a reflection of your values,
Here.
your brand identity,
Absolutely.
and your commitment to your audience.
Your audience, yeah. And as you embark on your own startup journey,
Okay.
remember that the right monetization model isn't static. It can and should evolve as your business grows, as your understanding of your customers deepens, and as the market dynamics shift around you.
So don't be afraid to experiment,
No,
to challenge conventions, and to forge your own path.
absolutely.
The most successful startups are often the ones that dare to break the mold
Yeah.
and redefine the rules of the game.
Right.
So as we conclude this deep dive,
Okay.
we encourage you to keep exploring, keep innovating, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Absolutely.
The future of monetization is in your hands, and we can't wait to see what you create.
And to our incredible listeners, thank you for joining us on this exploration of startup monetization.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
We hope you've gained valuable insights, sparked new ideas, and feel empowered to build a successful and sustainable business.
Absolutely.
Keep those entrepreneurial spirits burning bright, and we'll catch you on our next deep dive adventure.
See you next time.